Flight timeline in depth. Departure MH340 took off at 12:41 a.m. from Kuala Lumpur International Airport, bound for Beijing, China. Routine communication. The flight maintained regular communication with air traffic control until 1:19 a.m., when co-pilot Farik Abdul Hamid transmitted the now infamous "Good Night Malaysian 370." Loss of contact. At 1:21 a.m., the plane's transponder, which relays its position to air traffic control, was switched off. Military radar later detected the aircraft making a sharp left turn, crossing the Malay Peninsula and heading into the Andaman Sea. Satellite handshakes. After losing radar contact, the plane continued to communicate with the satellite via automatic handshakes. These signals provided two critical clues. Location arc. The satellite data didn't give an exact location but placed the aircraft somewhere along a vast arc in the Indian Ocean. Duration. The final handshake at 8:19 a.m. suggested the plane flew for nearly 7 hours after its last radar contact, likely running out of fuel over the Indian Ocean. The debris discovery. Timeline of findings. In 2015, a piece of the aircraft's wing, known as a flaperon, was found on Reunion Island. Over the next 2 years, additional pieces, panels, cabin interior parts, and engine components washed up along the shores of Madagascar, Mozambique, and Tanzania. And now the debris confirmed the aircraft had crashed, but their distribution indicated that ocean currents had carried them thousands of miles from the suspected crash site. The theories and investigations. Pilot involvement. Captain Zahari Ahmad Shah. Zahari was an experienced pilot with over 1,800 flight hours. Post-incident analysis revealed that he had simulated a flight path over the southern Indian Ocean similar to MH370's presumed route. Speculation. Some believe Zahari deliberately diverted the plane, possibly due to personal or political motives. However, no conclusive evidence supports this theory. Mechanical or electrical failure. A sudden event, like a fire or decompression, could have incapacitated the crew and passengers. This theory explains the lack of communication, but doesn't clarify the deliberate course changes. Hijacking. Possible scenario. The plane may have been taken over by a hijacker who redirected it to an unknown destination. However, no terrorist organization claimed responsibility, and no ransom demands were made. Mass hypoxia event. A slow cabin depressurization could have caused oxygen deprivation, leaving the crew and passengers unconscious. The plane might then have flown on autopilot until it ran out of fuel. Conspiracy theories. Some fringe ideas include: the plane was intercepted by a government EF, the US, to prevent a sensitive cargo from reaching China. It landed secretly on a remote island or was destroyed deliberately to hide sensitive information. The search. Unprecedented efforts. Initial searches. Conducted in the South China Sea before shifting focus to the Indian Ocean. Phase 2. Using advanced sonar technology, search teams mapped over 1 200 square kilometers of the seabed, discovering underwater volcanoes and shipwrecks, but no plane wreckage. Private search. Ocean Infinity, a U.S. company, deployed autonomous underwater vehicles to resume the search. Despite advanced equipment, no additional wreckage was found. Emotional impact. The tragedy left families in anguish. With no definitive answers, many relatives of the 239 victims continue to seek closure. Memorials have been established, and the event remains a painful chapter in aviation history. Legacy and lessons. MH370's disappearance revolutionized aviation safety. Tracking systems, new regulations require planes to send location data every 15 minutes with real-time tracking over oceans. Global collaboration. The international response highlighted the need for better coordinated search efforts and data sharing.